This episode of the Coarse Grind Podcast has been brought to you by Central Sports and Graphics Incorporated, family-owned and operated screen printing and embroidery business located in a historic storefront on Old Berwick Road in the heart of Espy. They've been doing screen printing for over 20 years. They have high-quality product at a low price. Be sure to check them out. Central Sports and Graphics Incorporated, 570-784-1212. Now, on to the show.
Hi, this is Chef Rick Moonen. We're listening to Shawn Rosler on Coarse Grind. Come and listen in. Get a few tips.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Episode 147 of the Coarse Grind Podcast. Can you believe it? With you as always, host creator Shawn Rosler. How's everyone doing this evening? You know, by the time you hear this, the auction will likely be over, but just in case for some odd reason it isn't and the auction extends, be sure to go out and check out the Hand in Hand Resource Center's skills auction, and you can bid on a cooking lesson with yours truly. I come to your home, we cook, we drink, we probably cuss, unless you're like really religious, and I'll steer clear of that. Promise. I don't really promise. I can't do that really, but we'll see what we do. So check it out. Assuming it's not over yet, Hand in Hand Resource Center, skills auction here in the Bloomsburg, Danville area. You know, remember what I said recently, say as recently as last episode, about things changing? Well, in this landscape, dire and dark as it is and as it can be, it's really awesome to hear a story that speaks of not what's going wrong per se, but rather what's going right, what's being created, what's beginning, not just things ending. Hard to find as stories go, definitely. But I just happened to come across one that just happens to be about as connected to a former guest as you can possibly get. So, of course, I had to check in and see what it was all about. Irish-inspired, but a far cry from an Irish pub, the soon-to-open Grainne will be, in a word, eclectic. Contemporary American and elevated bistro are just a couple of the descriptors used to describe the new venture, but having had the chance to meet this powerhouse before, I have a feeling descriptors won't be enough to fully embrace its awesomeness. I could, of course, go on as I so often do with flattery and praise, all well-deserved, or the fact that we had a hot sauce challenge by mail with the one and only grill bitch judging. Yes, that did happen. But then we wouldn't have much to talk about here, now would we? Of course we would, but go with it. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, owner and executive chef of the soon-to-open Grainne, Chef Christine Campbell. What's going on, Christine?
Hearing you call me that really makes me gag.
What, the owner and exec thing?
Oh, that hurts, man. That hurts so hard.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I believe...
25 years of waiting to hear that, and it hurts.
Should owner and executive chef. That's...
Oh, God.
I mean, I mean, if I say it again like Beetlejuice, does it just become real, or...
No, it's real, because I've literally spent 6 hours in the past 2 days cleaning out regen freezers.
That's incredible. And you were saying something about flooring and God. What?
Oh, God, the floor.
Yeah.
The floor.
My God,
we're opening a restaurant besides... All right, we're opening a restaurant, period.
You're opening a restaurant, and everything that comes with it.
We're opening a restaurant in COVID.
Yes. I mean, that was...
We're opening a restaurant in COVID in a building from the 1700s.
It should be noted that we support you, Chef. We're here for you. I don't know what else we can do.
Thank you. Please come eat so I can pay my flooring guy.
It is incredible and beyond an incredible journey. Like, I know you, I've had the pleasure, like, sincerely, all kidding aside, like, I freaking adore you. I think you're awesome, and I've had the pleasure to work alongside of you with our mutual friend, Beth Aretsky.
Yeah, we have eaten tacos together.
That's right, man. And, like, it doesn't get better. It doesn't get better than that. And they say, like, you know, you bond over food. Well, if you're working in food and you bond over food, I think it, like, turns double. And that's where the whole...
You bond over food and then booze and then...
That's right.
Really... Yeah, the long hours and the I can't see anymore, I'm so tired. Yeah,
exactly.
Life is good.
Exactly. We'll say unsolicited armor pick as an inside joke and go from there. Folks, new to the program, folks who have listened to the program for a while, we're going to switch it up a little bit tonight just because it is a revisit, a redux, if you will. So, folks, if you want to really get to know Chef, be sure to go back and check out episode 83. Can you believe? Like, dude, it's 64 episodes ago.
Dude, it's a lifetime.
64 episodes. It's easily a couple years in Coarse Grind Podcast.
I think it's been 2 years,
Is it 2
honestly,
years?
since I met you.
Yeah, I think it is.
I moved back to New York in 2018.
Oh, shit. There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
That's official then. Easily 2 years. And, like I said, I'm such a fan. I love watching your story. And when I saw this story come up about Grainne and everything involved with it, I mean, my heart leapt, and then it sat back down in the chair real quick and grabbed the armrest and went, dude, COVID! And I'm like, oh my God, she's doing that. And you're not the only one I know who's opening. And what's weird is it seems like it's okay. It's going good.
Well, there are so many reasons why it's okay. I mean, it's not okay. It's horrifying. Like opening any other restaurant, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
But it's no worse now than it could be.
But at the same time, are you in a smaller crowd now? Does that help your cause?
It's a different outlook. Where a year ago I would have wanted to open a restaurant with a brilliant dining room and perfect plating and the perfect staff.
Yeah.
Right now, what we're focusing on, my business partner is a pastry chef.
Mm-hmm.
I am as she calls it, a chefy chef.
A chefy chef. Chef Cruz, by the way, for those of you listening at home.
Yeah, Jen Cruz. She's amazing. We're focusing right now as we open, because we're opening on Friday. It's Monday night? We're opening Friday morning.
Oh my God. All right, so what you're saying is I got to turn this shit around quick. All right, John, if you're listening.
Please get it out by Wednesday.
I'll do what I can.
Cool, because as long as my health inspector passes us Thursday morning, we're opening
You
Friday.
Go. Nice.
We're opening for breakfast and lunch. And by breakfast and lunch, I mean, there's 85 options for a breakfast sandwich. But the focus is on to-go.
Yeah.
The focus is on really good takeout.
Yeah, so let's frame that out for a second and put that to the side, because I think, folks who have listened, who are listening, maybe they don't go back to episode 83. So how does someone like yourself, Chef, go through, tell us all about the steps that got you to, I'm going to say it again, you ready? Hold whatever you're sitting by, just hold on. How does that get you?
A glass of vodka.
How does that get you to opening a restaurant? Tell me how you got here.
All right, I started cooking at 15.
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing private chef work for my parents' friends. And I was raised, not to put too fine a point on it, I was raised country club elite. And so I love food. I've always loved food. And I realized a long time ago that I had better food taste than a lot of the people that were feeding me.
Nice.
So I learned to cook at a very early age. My dad bought a cookbook and said, I'm going to learn to cook.
Do you remember what cookbook that was offhand?
It's called At Home with the French Classics.
Nice.
I don't remember the author's name. I still have it. It's somewhere. Actually, it's in a box at the restaurant right now.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
But my dad went out to buy ingredients for a couple of recipes, and he came home, and I'd made 8 different side dishes out of the book. And he's like, "Okay, so you can cook.
Wow.
I'll learn more about wine." So
why wouldn't you?
From the age of 15, my dad and I evolved with food. So by the time I was 17, I was working almost full time cooking private dinners for my parents and their friends.
That's incredible.
And I was getting paid really well for it.
Nice. By the way, that's At Home with the French Classics by Richard Grousman.
There you go. Bravo.
You go. Yeah.
The first recipe I cooked out of there was broccoli with béarnaise.
Nice.
And my béarnaise did not break the very first time. I can't say it's it's a perfect record, but that very first time it did not break.
It hasn't stood the test of time like the Steelers have this season, but we'll move on.
But no, that initial recipe, that initial one was like a total confidence booster.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not an easy sauce to make for those at home listening who maybe aren't inclined. Can you give us the 30-second encapsulation of
You
Grainne?
have to basically emulsify butter and eggs so that it doesn't look like scrambled eggs.
Yep.
If you've ever had Eggs Benedict,
Yep.
it sucks.
Yep. Because
So, we
now,
did that.
now wait a minute. On Benedict, is it hollandaise or
hollandaise,
Brent?
not
It's hollandaise
Bernaise.
on Benedict, but Bernaise.
It's hollandaise with tarragon.
There it is. Okay, got it. I knew the one
and
came
honestly,
from the other.
tarragon makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah. Well, I mean, tarragon is one of those like, oh, what does that taste like? And then when you taste it, you're like, oh, I've had this before on really good shit. So,
Yeah,
there's that.
and it's one of those weird flavors that if you've never had it, you can't identify it. But once you've had it, you're like, oh, I need that in my life.
Yeah, exactly. So here you are, early on, upstart, successful. Where does that take you?
It took me to undergrad, where I majored in archaeology, and then basic training in the Army,
Nice.
and then back to food service, because once you get in and once it bites you, you're done. It's like being a werewolf.
I agree. I completely agree. I know we've talked about it. You know, I was in that fucking walk-in at Hudson Valley getting my ass chewed by Michael, and I loved every second of it. I'm not going to lie. Like, it was so twisted when I went home and I told people what I did for the day. And not to mention the night before till 3 a.m, only to get up at 6, pack the shit in the car and go. People are like...
Oh, yeah, no, that night before, you and I were eating tacos and making green tea tiramisu in the kitchen.
The matcha miso. You got it.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, that shit went on, and it's like... It's a thrill like no other. It's like when people talk to you about mixed martial arts, getting hit in the face and liking it, it's kind of the same
There is
thing.
nothing like screaming "Yes, chef" with the sweat burning your eyeballs with a big
Absolutely.
grin on your face.
And knowing that you're going to put that across the pass and knowing it's good. Like, you know.
There's nothing like it. Nothing in the world.
So, archaeology, Army, back to food. Where does that take you?
I actually do have a degree in anthropology.
Nice.
Which, if you've spent enough time in kitchens, you realize that's totally appropriate.
That's true.
I do have a culinary arts degree. I've spent time in Vermont, Southern California, Southern France, which was probably one of the most amazing 6 months of my life.
How could it not be?
I've spent a couple of weeks in Italy, but nothing really dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a decade in the Midwest, which made me really appreciate German food.
Absolutely. And wasn't that where you picked up butchering?
Yes, and that is where I actually achieved my master meat crafter status.
Incredible. What does that entail? Like, help us lay people understand.
So I had to apply to the program through University of Wisconsin-Madison. I had to prove that I actually could cut apart a whole animal and do things with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I qualified, I spent 2 years learning about microbiology and chemistry and so many different things. And basically at the end of 2 years, it's basically a master's degree in meat science.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the sommelier of dead shit.
Basically,
There
yeah.
we go. There you
I
go.
can take a dead body, cut it apart, and make it tasty.
We're going to take that out in the edit just so that you don't have black fans showing up at your house. I'm
You
sorry.
know, whatever.
What did she say on the air? Oh, okay. We're going to take her in. We're going to take care of some bodies. That's so incredible, though. And,
And I am one of, I think 15 women that have completed the program.
that's even better. And that's exactly kind of the hard left I was taking there. Like, because I know you, I think it's easy to forget sometimes just how incredible, that is to say that. But, living in the society we live in, to look at, Kamala Harris, for example, and that achievement, no, I think we have to take the time. I know I did a post on positionality, I don't know, a couple weeks back about how, those of us who have been in a place of, accepted success need to elevate those who, the success doesn't come as easily or as readily. And, that's a prime example. You're one of, I'm sorry, you said 15, right?
It's less than 20. I'm not sure the exact number.
So, like, that's insane. But, like, where is the effort to help elevate, kind of like the whole STEM industry right now? You know, elevating STEM for young girls, STEM for female. Like, go, yes, get after it. We should be doing that. We should be pushing that. And like,
and I am at a really tight spot in my industry.
Mm-hmm.
Because as a butcher, I'm really, really proud of being good at what I do. And at the same time, I'm proud of being a woman. However, I am kind of torn between the female butchers that have made their name as being cute butchers.
Yeah. Yep.
And the female butchers who have made their name being butchers.
Yes. No, you're right.
Like, there's a reason when I submit a resume or I talk to people, still to this day, it's, 2020?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When I put my name out there and I submit an article or I talk to somebody, I sign my name Chris Campbell.
Yeah. Yep. I noticed that, actually. And God, you know, I don't know. I don't want to jump all anthropologic. It's probably more sociologic, to be honest. But, you know, that's just, to me, God, you know, there's work to be done. Like, I think the industry itself has gotten perhaps kinder, you know, a little nicer, maybe a little more aware of mental health. But I think we still suffer from these pretty narrow lanes when it comes to certain identity traits, you know, first of which being gender, to be honest.
My business partner and I just had a really hard time. I made my first hire in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
We hired a guy.
Yeah.
And it took us a few minutes to go, will he be cool with us?
Yeah.
And then we stopped and we realized, wait, we own the restaurant, it doesn't matter.
But the fact that you even had to stop for that question, like, that's the shit that keeps me up at night. That's the shit when I hear, like, my oldest, you know, granted, who's only 13, you know, come out with...
Very aware 13 because you and your wife are phenomenal. So your kids are a part of society.
We try.
They're not sheltered.
We try, but, like, there's still moments where, despite our best efforts, where it'll come out. Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
I have 3 kids too. My oldest is going to be 12.
Yeah, yep.
And then I have 9-year-old twins.
Yeah. And it's like
and there are conversations, and it's hard for me because I'm so far away because they're in Wisconsin.
Sure. Yep.
That talking to them, they're like really excited about the restaurant, and then they say things like, "Well, we want to make sure, you know, the politics lately have been a little fishy."
Yeah. Yep.
So, you know, depending on your political views, conversations via web chats have been awkward with my kids because I'm so far away.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I mean, I feel you as much as I can. You know, obviously I'm not in you know, your situation, but I think the best thing that we can do is, you know, is make the dialogue. Like, my favorite thing to do with the boys is to not go on about my success because they're constantly like, "Oh, Dad, there's a skills auction. Oh, you're going to go in and cook for a family." I'm like, yeah, I'll teach them a couple knife tricks. It's fine. You know, but hey, look at your mother. Like, and I always make it a point to swing that camera lens 180 back over there because for me, I want them to know how badass a successful woman is.
I make no secret that I have a bigger crush on Greta than you.
I know you said, and she heard it, and she likes it, so whatever.
Yeah, she better. Greta, you're hot.
Hell with all of you. But no, it's honestly, it goes back to positionality. You know, I think we of the, you know, fair male middle class skin have had an easy go of it.
I cannot wait until your boys begin to teach others. Because to them it's natural. To you it was an effort. Not an effort to think that way, but it was a changeover from what you were taught to what they were taught.
Yeah, you know.
And for them it's going to be natural to teach ahead.
I think so. I shouldn't say I think so.
That is a gift of society right there.
Yeah, and you know, having a youngest brother who is of a different need set, again, they're already engaged in that discussion. And so, like, again, my oldest, who maybe doesn't make the best choices at times, but has heard people, you know, kids will throw, you know, autistic as an insult out. And he will, as Negan would say, shut that shit down. Like, it's not going anywhere.
Kids, because I grew up, my best friend in high school was an Aspie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I went to prom with him. He's
Nice.
amazing.
Nice. That's
And
so
you know
awesome.
what? Yeah, you know what? He wasn't always the most socially apt, but he's brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's...
the last time I talked to him and his wife called him quirky. That's a gift.
It is. It's amazing.
It is.
It's amazing.
And so people going forward, I think, will be appreciated for the differences instead of alienated. And
Yeah.
I can only hope, and I have taught my kids, and I can only hope that they will bring that forward.
No, absolutely true. I had the benefit of sitting front row as Neil deGrasse Tyson keynoted a conference I was at. Allegations aside, I don't know whatever came of them. He is a scientist. He is a brilliant scientist, like really well spoken scientist, just incredibly intelligent. And as he was doing his session, my head was down, and I would always live blog at these things so that people could read a recap of it if they couldn't be there. And I'll never forget, he asked a question. He said, "How many of you have ever gotten mad at yourself for not knowing something? Show of hands." And I put my one hand up, and I'm typing one-handed. Haha, not a masturbation joke. And I put my hand up, and I'm holding it there as I'm like typing what he's saying, and I kind of like lose my focus on the shit around me. And my friend from Canada next to me is like elbowing me in the ribs. She's like, "Put your hand down." And I start to put my hand down, and I look up. Neil deGrasse Tyson is currently hands on his legs, crouched down, kneeling, staring right at me. He's like,
Right.
"Do I have to come down there and slap you?" And thousands of people in the hall are laughing, pretty much saying, "Yeah, go slap him, please."
No.
If anybody
Change
playing at
focus.
home doesn't know, he was an all-state wrestler. He's not a small guy. And he starts to like take his microphone off and walk off the stage.
Oh, that's excellent.
And I'm like, I will take this on the face for everybody here. Like, I will take one to the jaw. It's fine. And he, of course, goes back into the discussion. But what he followed up with was that ASD, the spectrum, will be the source of the new science. Because how many of us can sit and focus on like the same rote topic for 12 to 14 hours at a time? I know I can't. You probably can't. Lots of people.
At the same time, one of the best beers I've had lately, because I'm a microboot junkie,
I know you are.
was by Equilibrium Brewing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Neil deGrasse Tyson is on the label.
That's incredible.
And it's called Y'all Need Science.
Y'all need science. That's it. That's it. But
And it was probably one of the best beers I've had in a really long time.
it's one of the best memes ever.
And I'm going to get arrested because the empty cans are still in my back seat.
Oh, they're empty. You're fine.
Because I want the labels. I want to put the label on, because I have a beer fridge in my bedroom.
Oh,
I
my
want to put
God.
the label on my beer fridge.
You got to put that label on. Yeah. Don't
I
do
do,
with it.
but so I haven't had a chance to do it, so the empty beers are still in the back of my car.
Risk the arrest. Risk the arrest is what I'm saying.
And hopefully I get pulled over by the right cop who is like, number one, your car smells like bourbon, which is because of an exploded... That's an exploded growler. That's a whole other story. But there are empty beer cans in your back seat, and I will go, dude, I want the label. That's it.
Yeah. Take the can. I'll keep the label. But,
no, just or half the can. Just please let me have the label.
That's it. Y'all need science, though, and that's
Y'all need science.
He said, the future of science is going to be that human element that can focus that long at a time. And
oh no, they're gifts.
He's so spot on.
It's a gift.
Quirky. To your point, quirky. It's funny how that adjective is kind of taking a hard turn. Like, it's going away from being this like weird to this gifted state.
My son is 12,
Uh-huh.
and I taught him from a very young age. If someone says you're really weird, and to this day, he goes, "Thank you."
Absolute, dude. My kid's the same. I think you and I like got separated at birth. I'm not sure.
Oh,
Maybe.
I'm adopted. Maybe I'm related.
Who knows? There you go. There you go. We're set.
I only know one side of my family. It could be a thing.
It could absolutely. God help you if it's. I won't name what side of my family is the
Then you
weirder
have to
one.
deal with me at Christmas. So
Nice. So Grainne.
Grainne.
bringing it right back.
Bringing it back.
Bringing it back.
I'm opening a restaurant, Shawn.
Yeah, are you opening a restaurant, Chris?
I am. Surprise!
So all discussion aside, focusing back on Grainne, opening, if everything goes well, is this Friday, which would be
Friday the
20th, 11/20/20.
Yep.
Talk to me about what people can expect. I know the focus is going to be on that, high-end takeaway, that high-end takeout. I hate to say takeout. I like takeaway.
What we basically, my business partner keeps saying, we are going to make delicious things. Like the most delicious things that we know how to make, we will make them.
Yeah.
We have a friend who is from Germany.
Ooh, okay.
And he has said that we make the best soft pretzels he's had outside of Germany.
Stop it. All right.
They're really good.
Soft pretzels alone.
I lived in Wisconsin for 10 years. I make banging beer cheese.
Oh my God! Stop it. So you got to get hooked up with a brewery out there too to like.
I have a very, very good friend who is the head brewer at a brewery, and we do things with the beer.
Oh, I know everybody in the world. Not only
do I make beer cheese, but I make really good malt vinegar.
Oh my God!
The beer doesn't cut the cut.
So why didn't you send me some of that with the spruce hot sauce? Damn it!
So ask nicely, and maybe I will.
I can't ask nicely. I don't do that.
You can. It's fine. You should come visit. Maybe you could come visit, and I could actually see you more than once in a decade. That'd be cool.
We are actually going to make that happen. There's no question.
And then actually bring your really cute wife.
Listen to this. Forget you. Oh, hey, Shawn, forget about you. Al, bring your hot wife, though. She's awesome.
Yeah, bring your hot wife.
She's awesome. I get it. I've been there. I'm married to her. I understand.
She's kick-ass.
What would the top 3 things, looking forward to opening day, which is Friday, by the way, Chris?
Which is Friday.
Friday. What are the top 3 things on the menu that you want people to like, try and dig, and just go crazy about?
I'm making duck pho.
Oh my God, burn in hell! I hate that you're that far away, and you just.
Oh, duck pho.
Explain.
Because I work with Michael and Beth.
I know. I get it. I was there.
Yeah, you were there. Well, the pho broth is not quite the same. There's a little bit of a difference, but it's still really freaking good.
Oh my God, obscene.
It is. It's obscene. It's beautiful.
So, all right.
I'm making duck pho. I'm making. Let's see what else. I'm getting farroya and salmon. I make my own lox. So if you come for brunch on Sunday, you can either get a smoked trout or homemade lox bagel.
Which would you recommend, the lox or the smoked trout?
It depends on if you like smoke or not.
Mm-hmm. Okay. More smoke in the trout, then?
The smoked trout is actually, anytime you come in, you can get the smoked trout because it's a smoked trout dip that we serve with homemade crackers.
Jesus Christ. And you make your own crackers, by the way.
Of course we do.
Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? You have a pastry
chef.
Why
wouldn't I?
Yeah, exactly. That's incredible. And what's number 3? What's in the cleanup spot?
If you catch the right moment on the specials menu with the desserts, there's a spice cake roulade.
Oh my God!
That's soaked in black rum from Bermuda.
Jesus Christ! What are you doing?
It involves cream cheese and spice cake and a lot of rum, and it's delicious.
I'm legitimately doing the Lewis Black, hand on the wall. Like, what are you doing? Oh my God, that sounds ridiculous. And
we don't cook the rum. So, like, if you have a kid and you want to give them a bite, they'll probably sleep the whole ride home.
Don't have plans. If you're looking for a little pre-church snack on Sunday.
No, maybe have it after church.
No. During, why not? Let Jesus know how much you really love him.
Jesus loves you. Jesus loves rum. Life is good.
Oh my God! And you said, like, options wise on the menu, like it's a really deep menu, right?
Yeah, and there's so many. Like, if you want to order, all right. So we're opening in Kingston. Kingston, New York is one of the fastest growing communities in New York State.
Okay.
A lot of people in the city came up during COVID and realized, oh, the city kind of sucks.
Yep.
So we've basically given the city people the opportunity to have city choices.
Yep.
in Kingston.
Dude, legitimately, that is exactly what that Philly Mag article on Honesdale said. And it's to the point of, like, the Philly people and some of the New York people are coming down. Like, literally, Honesdale, my hometown, for folks not in the know, birthplace of the American Railroad, by the way, Strawberry Lion. It's nestled in literally the right armpit of Pennsylvania. Like, it's up northeast PA. 20 minutes to Narrowsburg, New York, and Callicoon. I don't know, 35 over to Jersey, actually. So, like we're kind of in this weird, like, pocket. But it's that exact phrase is what they said about Honesdale. It's like, with COVID happening, people want to get the hell out of Dodge, out of the cities, and into a place that has those cool options. And so, like, folks who've been listening, folks who've been paying attention, we just went up to Honesdale and Native, Here and Now, Black and Brass Coffee Brewing, all these places legitimately, like, you go into, and if you don't look out in the street and see the hardware store across the road, you believe you're in Philly or in Manhattan or, like, somewhere like that. It's crazy. Yeah. So it sounds like Kingston is kind of taking that same approach.
Kingston is doing the same thing. So if anybody that's listening has ever been in Kingston in the last couple years, if you've seen the Rainbow Crosswalks, my restaurant is at the Rainbow Crosswalks in Kingston.
There you go. Rainbow Crosswalks. Landmark.
We're across the street from the LGBTQ center. We're on the same block as the courthouse. Like, we're literally dead center of Uptown Kingston.
That's awesome. 299 Wall Street for those not in the know.
299 Wall Street. If you want to read the number on the other door, it's 50 John Street. Like, we literally are running the entire corner of John and Kingston.
Part of the block.
Or John and Wall Street, sorry. So, we'll do flatbreads, we'll do burgers, we'll do chicken. My fried chicken is banging, by the way.
Jesus Christ. Why do you have to do that?
It's really good.
Like, is it a whole, like, who was it? Chang did a fried chicken, didn't he? Where it was like, that's what everybody loved at Momofuku.
Yeah.
Is yours better?
Mine involves pickles.
Oh, shit. All right. I'm in. Take my money.
You're in. No, it involves spicy pickles, and it's delicious.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Homemade corned beef and corned beef hash.
Oh, my God.
Corned beef hash patties for a breakfast sandwich. Come on, Shawn. You know you want to come visit.
I would dominate that. And die of a heart attack and die happy. Full stop.
You would die so happy.
Full stop. Corned beef hash and 2 over medium eggs. Done.
With I literally can make a corned beef hash with a hollandaise mayo. Like, it's not quite hollandaise, but it's like I'm trying to recreate a Benny sandwich.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
By the way, the Bennies are going to be on latkes.
I'm literally having to deep breathe here to not, like, freak out and, like.
My goal in life is to make you make sex noises.
Well, I'd say mission accomplished. I'm not sure.
There we go.
Holy shit!
I'll ask Grainne.
And this is honestly, yeah, she would know. I think she would know. Maybe she's sleeping.
I will ask, and she will totally tell me because she's that kind of woman.
and like, this is happening this week. That's crazy.
It is Friday,
the 20th, by the way.
Yeah.
At 299 Wall Street in Kingston, New York.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. God. I did hire a line cook. He's pretty cool. There you go.
His name is Alex, but his nickname is Hipster Mike Homeboy.
Oh boy, why does he have the curly handlebar mustache?
He's got the beard.
He's got the beard. Okay,
He's set up in the hat with the vest.
I have a beard now too, so let's not judge.
Really?
Dude, have you not seen anything lately on the socials?
I'm opening a restaurant.
Dude,
I've looked at anything?
My beard is like massive. I'll wait until we're off audio here, and I'll FaceTime with you, and I'll show you the beard.
Please do.
The beard is pretty stellar, and I have like massive gray in it, which is kind of cool. I don't mind it. Greta is...
So up until like 2 months ago, I never had a gray hair on my head.
Yeah.
I've got a few now. I found one, and the guy I'm dating, I was like, "Hey, I found a gray hair." He's like, "I didn't want to tell you." I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Dude, right? Right? Now, Greta, here, this'll make you fall in love with her even more. She has totally embraced it. She stopped dyeing her hair.
Oh, no, I'll never dye my hair.
Her gray is hot as hell. Full stop. I love gray. Folks listening at home, listen, let the gray happen. The gray is awesome. The gray is beautiful. Storm from X-Men. That's all I'm going to say. There's a reason.
I always said I would never dye my hair, and I was waiting. I was waiting for the gray to happen so I could kind of own it.
Yeah.
And then I found one, and I was like, hey, I have a gray hair, and being told, well, I didn't want to tell you. I'm like, well,
yeah.
Well, shit.
That's kind of anticlimactic.
The other day I got in the shower, and I put my glasses on, because now that's a thing. And I found a couple other grays, and I was like, well, shit. But I'm blaming it on the restaurant.
Oh God, just wait for our momentary FaceTime. It'll be something.
It'll be great.
It'll be
fine.
It'll be amazing.
Fine.
It'll be huge.
This is all fine.
It'll be huge. It's all fine. You're the dog sitting in the room on fire. Everything's okay.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Cool.
Everything's great. Man, all right. So, all joking aside, pull back the Joe camera for a second. You are a phenom. You deserve every single success that you are getting, and I mean that. I've worked with you. Like, it's a rare occasion I can say on the show in 147 episodes that, hey, we've worked together, but we have.
You should be proud of what you've done with us. You did really fucking well, Shawn, and you're brilliant.
I'm trying. You're
earning your chops, and you definitely did with us.
Yeah, man. I was head down. I got my ass handed to me first thing in the morning. First brought me, I put out. It came back, and I was told how to make it. And
said, yes, chef, and you kept going.
I legitimately, for those listening at home who I haven't told this story, I legitimately looked him square in the eye, chin up, and said, yes, chef, heard. And I put my head down, and I made 82 more of those that day. And
all those 82 were consistent, and they were beautiful.
Euphemism for life.
And you earned your shit, Shawn.
Euphemism for life, as they say. But so I want to turn the table back around to you, Chef Campbell, who's opening Grainne this Friday, and ask you a different final question that I think will give you a little pause for thought, but maybe you have it already. What is success to you, specifically with regards to Grainne?
So part of what we want to do with Grainne is to give back, and not just to the customers, but to the employees. Yep. So between us, Jen and I have 45 years of experience in the restaurant industry. Yep. And part of the choice to open our own place was because we were really sick of working for other people that didn't respect their employees.
Amen.
So no matter who we hire, I don't care if you never get tipped again, you'll pay your bills.
Yeah.
You walk in my door and you say, dude, I really need a cup of coffee. I can't pay it. I will give you a cup of coffee. We were lucky enough to find someone who wanted to help us open a restaurant, who wrote us a check, no questions asked, and said, I won't ask for the money back unless I literally can't pay my bills. Just do you.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That doesn't happen in this industry.
No, it doesn't. No.
So our goal with this restaurant is to feed people beautiful food. If you can pay us. If you need help, we'll help you. You need a job, we've got you. Just work for us and we'll feed you.
God damn. Wow.
And at least 20% of what we're bringing in, we plan on donating to the community fridges and the local food security movement. There's no reason that we can't share. We both have been on food stamps. We've both been homeless. We won't let that happen to people that we can hold.
Okay. All right. Get your shit together, Shawn. All right. Yeah. If ever a moment on the show has solidified the respect I have for another human being and for you, Chef Cruz, we haven't met yet. We will, because Chris wants to hang out with Greta, apparently.
You'll meet her. She's short, but I'll point her out.
That is everything coming off these past 4 years, everything that needs to be said about what needs to be done. And as much as positionality for me involves raising people up like you, like my wife, like that, what you're doing is exact positionality in your industry, and you are You are a saint. You are a noble soul for doing it, and I could not appreciate our friendship more for that. So, man, talk about an ending.
You are a gift to us too, Shawn.
I don't know about that.
You put the word out.
I'm the pair of socks. I'm the pair of socks you get in your stocking. That's what I am. But
no,
appreciate it.
You are the way we get the word out.
I do try. I do try, and getting the word out is what we try to do. Getting the word out about just understanding the industry, and I don't mean to go like head deep back into like a more negative topic, but that's why we're talking about some of the restaurant topics where people will say to me, well, they're just restaurants, they'll come back. And I just give them...
We for decades have been the ones that provided for and housed the ones who couldn't find it elsewhere.
Exactly it. They are the... How did Tony put it? The last bastion of the lost souls, or something to that effect, where he said, like, this is the last... if you are down on your luck, if you are down and out, you can find it. If you're willing to put in the work... You can
find a home.
Absolutely. So, man, I don't know. It's you know what? Not to be flippant about it, but it's an honor to serve. It's an honor to say, I will be the mouthpiece for this. If I can't do anything else, maybe I do a cooking lesson here and there, or a live demo, or shit like that. But, I still consider myself to stand in the shadow of greatness anytime I get to talk to anybody in this industry, especially someone like you, Christine.
If your mindset is that food is a blessing, then you give food and you give blessings where you can.
Amen. I'm not even going to pile anything else on that. That's where we wrap it. So, folks, listen. Grainne in Kingston, New York is opening this Friday with chef owner Christine Campbell at the helm. I just want to kind of turn the screws a couple more times.
Oh, that totally did.
If you want to learn more about Grainne, you can check it out at Grainne Kingston, GRAINNE Kingston.com, online, 299 Wall Street, Kingston, New York, 12401. Call 845-338-1388 for more details. You can find Chef Christine Campbell at Rootless Chef on Instagram. You can find Grainne at Grainne_Kingston on Instagram as well, and they are also out there on the Facebook and so on. So be sure to go out.
We are taking Thanksgiving reservations for Thanksgiving dinner.
Hey.
We will do vegan Thanksgiving. We will do gluten-free Thanksgiving. We will do both.
Look
and
at
if
that.
you are interested in sponsoring a Thanksgiving dinner for people that can't, don't hesitate to call.
We need to talk offline about that, because I would be
We
interested in doing that. But once again, Chef Christine Campbell, you are to me friend, icon, just powerhouse. So I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us this evening.
Anytime.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode number 147, holy shit, of the Coarse Grind Podcast. With me again this evening, the illustrious, the immaculate, the spectacular Chef Christine Campbell. Our producer, as always this evening, has been Johnny Leland Robinson, a.k.a. the Reverend Johnny Lamoria. Be sure to check out all his happenings in Honesdale, be they libertarian or cinematic in nature. Our next episode will feature not one, but two return visitors. Be sure to check it out. Stay tuned. Are you passing through central Pennsylvania and looking for one of the best dining experiences and craft brew menus around? Look no further. Turkey Hill Brewing Company and 991 Central Road in Bloomsburg, PA has everything you could ask for and then some. Service, food, beer together. Unbelievable. Be sure to check them out. Call them today for reservations. 570-387-8422. Call today.